I'm Pat Gunn, and we're playing Skyrim. So we just left Castle Volokar. Or actually, I should say we're leaving Castle Volokar. And we are now a vampire lord. So, what that means is that we can transform into a vampire. Or we can transform into a giant floaty vampire thing. Which is quite a lot of fun. So the next thing I'm going to do while I'm in the area is I'm going to clear out Fort Kragstad, which is basically the first step of joining the Civil War quest line. And I'm going to try and alternate between the vampire quests and the Civil War quests as I go forward. Is that a metal cape? Looks like it is. I don't think metal is a good material for capes. In fact, I don't think it would really bend or billow or do any of the things that capes are supposed to do. Although it is possible that the modern conception of the cape is not actually what capes were good for. So I'm heading north. Yeah, I think it's that castle that I'm heading to. Maybe capes served a purpose in medieval times that's unrelated to just looking cool. Maybe they always were just about looking cool. Anyhow, I am coming up on Fort Kragstad, which I believe is this castle thing right ahead. Yeah, looks like it. And I've been asked by the Imperial Legion to clear that place out. Oh, and there are some people walking around. What are they doing?
Go tell the commander. I'm sure the boot in your horse will take your mind off your troubles.
This doesn't concern you, friend.
Keep walking.
Oh, apparently they don't appreciate my being here. So I should mention, I'm not absolutely certain that J'zargo is going to accept my becoming a vampire, so I'm going to save first. If he doesn't accept it, then I might need to ask him to head off for a little bit. Let's see. Vampire Lord, yes, this is active. Here, well, let's back off a little bit. And transform. Looks like he might be okay with it. And I'm gonna get started because... Huh, where'd those guys go? We're just here. Oh, I think I... So, vampires, unfortunately vampires can't pick anything up, so you're not going to be doing really any looting of bodies. You can't interact with chests. It's a little bit limiting, but, okay. Okay, so these are our bandits. But yeah, being a vampire, it's a lot like being a destruction mage. I wonder if this is actually hitting. Yeah, it is. It's a lot like being a destruction mage, but you actually Whoops! Oh, sorry, Jizargo. I did not mean to hurt you, Jizargo. Apologies that I did. So having a companion doesn't work so well with being a vampire, because they will steal your kills, and at least until you've maxed out the skill tree, you really kind of want to keep those skills. Now, did I hear? I thought I heard. You kind of want to keep those kills, but ooh, I think I see my little eye. And you probably care about them more. You probably care about those kills a little bit more than you care about. You'll make a fine meal, bandit. You probably care more about those kills than you do getting things done quickly. Now, where did Jizargo go? I hope he didn't decide to leave me because I hit him too much. No, good. Okay, let's drop down here and enter the fort. Unfortunately, I believe being a vampire lord takes off all your gear, but I'm not certain about that. But either way, initially as a vampire lord, you're going to have a little bit of a tough time surviving. But if you're careful, you should be okay. It becomes less of a concern when you manage to get more perks. The damage that you do is it is affected by your level a little bit. Okay, there's somebody in a nice set of armor. Aha, that is the bandit chief. And that looks like a spell book, so I'm going to revert form to read it. Yeah, you will be reverting form a lot to loot things, and you might find if you do become a vampire this late in the game, as I am, then you might care a little bit less about looting things, so you'll stay in your vampire form for longer and skip on messing with some of the bodies. Okay. Yeah, the steel plate gear is among some of the weight value friendliest items that you can get. And I know I haven't cleared the fort yet, or it would have advanced that the quest status. I think that there are dungeons under here that I need to empty out. And yeah, some subset of this might be good to give Jizargo until I can level smithing to 100 and give him dragon armor, at least assuming that I keep him. I might decide to switch followers either for a while or permanently to can't remember her name, the vampire Serana? That's I really... Oh, that's what it was. I forgot to put Vampire Lord as a power. So I'm hoping that the game is just forgetting to show the removal of armor, because I can't imagine that the okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, and the fort is actually cleared now. But let's see if I've earned another perk. Yes, I have. So I am particularly fond of the Vampiric Grip perk. I'll show you why at some point. But yeah, basically most of the perks are a lot of fun. But the fort is cleared right now, so I'll mess with that after doing a little bit of looting before I head off. Well, if there's actually anything anything worth looting here. Maybe there isn't. Oh, looks like there is a dungeon, which is empty. So I am slowly filling up on stuff, but oh, and I'm curious whether I filled up the black star or not. Yes, I have. Good. Otherwise, I would want to take a brief break from killing as a vampire to killing with a bound weapon so that I can fill it. Okay, well, may as well. That was a pretty lousy coin purse. It is slightly disappointing in the game that you can't enchant arrows, but I suppose poisoning them is good enough. I wonder if I can actually improve anything I have on me. Oh yeah, this isn't improving, this is... Do they have an improving bench? No, apparently not, just a bench for creation. Suppose being bandits, maybe they don't particularly care about that or something. Anyhow. As I mentioned earlier, bandits tend to have a pretty nice selection of armor and gear on them. While I'm here, I might as well clear out Wolf Skull Cave, which is a little bit to the east. Probably along this road here. And I do see a quest marker that overlaps with a cave. Oh, and here are two people. What are they up to?
Wherever the daedra hide, the vigil of Stendarr will cast them into the light. Stendarr's mercy be upon you.
For the vigil has none to spare. Stendar's mercy be upon you. For the vigil has
religious
none to spare.
freaks. Okay. So we will... I don't remember what we're clearing these from. Actually, those guys might be the kind of people who don't like vampires very much. Where did they go?
What was that?
Oh, they are fighting undead. Hey guys, what's up? Sweet. Killed 2 of them with 1 hit. Now, ordinarily I wouldn't transform back so quickly, but these guys occasionally drop spell books, I think, that are specific to fighting undead. And although you are undead right now, you also will be doing a fair amount of combat with other vampires. So if you can get such a spell, it would be a pretty good idea. Okay, well, maybe not this time. Let's pop into the cave and take care of this quest. I don't quite remember what is in here normally, so I'm gonna duck down and see if I can see what I'm fighting before I do anything. Okay, so clearly there are traps, and it's... Oops. Well, nothing's bothering me yet. And there are some mushrooms. Oh, some undead. Okay. Now, for how loud that is, you would expect it to wake up everything. But apparently not, and also the game doesn't tell you about it, but you do get equal benefit from killing humans as basically everything else. I think that's a glitch. In one sec, I have a cat that appears to have entangled herself with my microphone here. Okay. So yeah, you could kill bears and undead and basically anything you like, and you get just as much benefit out of it. And those are some fewer. Unfortunately, being a vampire means that you're kind of tall. So sometimes you actually don't manage to fit through corridors. But provided you're a little bit careful, that shouldn't be a concern. Let's see. I guess I'm going to drop down here. And it's not too bad though. If you ever get stuck in a corridor, you can just transform back before you head through and transform into a vampire lord once you're on the other side. Of course, that can take time, and you don't want it to happen while you're in combat.
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer. Hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you.
Never should have come
We
here.
No, we are definitely going to steer clear of that because, as I mentioned, vampires, they take extra damage from flame. Okay, Unearthly Will is nice because occasionally you can run out of mana, and that is a very bad state to be in. Now, the other perks, Summon Gargoyle can be fun. I never use Corpse Curse. This is great if you need to step back and restore your health, and you need a decoy for your enemies to fight. Blood Healing is mainly good for if you do melee. Same thing with Poison Talons. Nightcloak is good whether you play Vampire Lord as melee or magic based. Detect all creatures can be useful in some circumstances. Mist Form, I basically never use it because you don't regenerate fast enough to get a lot of use out of this, and this is particularly true if you're fighting outside. Supernatural Reflexes is pretty nice. It doesn't quite last long enough to be really exciting, but if it did, it would be pretty unbalanced. So we're going to continue onwards. But again, when you are playing as a Vampire Lord, you're not going to be looting nearly as much. So you just have to kind of get used to that. And yeah, it is possible to kill your foes with splash damage. You don't quite need to hit with your blood magic here. And Bethesda's done a reasonable job at trying to make sure that the Vampire Lord's attacks scale with your level. It's not perfect though, and there are times when you probably will prefer.
Yes! Yes! Return me to this realm! As our voices summon you, the blood of the innocent binds you, Wolf Queen. Summoned with words, bound by blood. What? What are you doing, you fools? You cannot bind me to your wills. Summoned with words, bound by blood.
Maybe I can't jump up this.
You ants don't have the power to bind me.
But yeah, as you can see, the tougher leveled monsters might be a little bit beyond you.
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
Oh yeah, so let me show you what's fun about vampiric grip. You can just grab a hold of somebody and toss them. And if you happen to be near a cliff like this, you can make sure that they fall a good ways. Like that white just fell enough for it to just die when it hit the ground. Unfortunately, you're not going to score kills that are useful for the purpose of leveling your skills that way. So can I. You don't have to worry too much about ice magic when you're a vampire lord. Just be wary of fire. Okay, so... and we've earned another perk. So at this point I'll do summon gargoyle. And I'll show you what that looks like. So yeah, basically we just summon a pet one of these guys who we fought before. I'm going to revert form so that I can do some looting before I head out. I don't remember if any of the guys in the immediate vicinity are particularly... oh, that's helpful. So every point that you you put into light armor or that you have in it, it acts as a small multiplier for all the armor that you're wearing. Or at least for the armor rating you get out of everything you're wearing. Oh, I don't see Jizargo. I hope I didn't manage to kill him. No. Okay, he's just following me from back there. That's good. Yeah, so those guys don't last forever. The gargoyles. Cross over the bridge. Let's see what they've been keeping in their chest. So I'm at the level where I should be starting to see, starting to occasionally see daedric gear and very rarely dragonbone gear, or at least I think. Put the Frost Atronach in the left hand and Candlelight in the... actually, let's see if I can get Clairvoyance to work this time. Huh. I have no idea why Clairvoyance doesn't seem to be working in this game. Oh, okay, so this is how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to see this line made out of fog that leads, I think, to the nearest quest. Which in this case is probably the statue to Meridia. So, I wonder if 389 F 525. I guess I can start on the statute to Meridia. Now there's a little bit of an irony here in that she hates undead, and as a vampire lord I am an undead. But let's
Restore to me my beacon, that I might guide you toward your destiny.
Up we go. So she lifts you way, way up in the sky for a chat.
It is time for my splendor to return.
And if you like, you can walk around and sort of see.
But the token of my truth lies buried in the ruins of.
You can see the limits of Skyrim. And in this case, you can see that the landscape, it's definitely not round. Castle Volokar is down there, and Castle of Winterhold is probably way over there. You can't walk over the whole of Skyrim, I don't think. There's a Thalmor, I think that's the Thalmor Embassy down there. And over there is Solitude Castle. I think I've probably hit the limit. Probably hit the limit of where I can walk up here. There's some boats in the river down there. And yeah, there's what's-her-name's temple, the one who's lifted me up there. And she's this kind of floaty, shimmery thing. And it looks like one of the barrows. This might be, that might be Dragon's Bridge down there, maybe? But yeah, Solitude is really pretty cool, being built on that gigantic arch. Probably any tactician would give their teeth to be able to be lifted up and see this kind of thing in the middle of a battle. Now that over there might be High Hrothgar. Since I think High Hrothgar is the highest mountain in Skyrim, and I don't see anything taller than that here, but it's hard to really tell. Anyhow, I suppose I should get back to the I don't remember if she's an aedra or a daedra. She might be a daedra.
The necromancer Malkaran defiles my shrine with vile corruptions, trapping lost souls left in the wake of this war to do his bidding. Worse still, he uses the power stored within my own token to fuel.
So that's one of the moons of this area.
I have brought you here, mortal, to be my champion. You will enter my temple, retrieve my artifact, and destroy the defiler. Of course you go now. Malkaran has forced the door shut. But this is my temple, and it responds to my decree. I will send down a ray of light. Guide this light through my temple, and its doors will open.
Ooh. Fortunately, she makes sure you land safely, and she also stops you from being a joker and walking far enough that that you land in the wrong place. So let's head inside to Kilreath Temple, and where is here Jizargo? Yeah, I don't think she lifted up Jizargo too, but he has apparently been waiting patiently down here for me. So, let us start on our way through this dungeon. Now, ordinarily, I would be very keen to do this as a vampire lord just to keep gaining experience, but this happens to be a dungeon where a lot of her old paladins are corpses on the ground, and they happen to have lots of gold on them. So yeah, you can basically pick up enough gold in here to last you a long time. So I would prefer to do that over getting experience as a vampire lord. Okay, this opens that, and over here there is you can also see that there's a lot of weird smoggy stuff in the air. Eventually that evolves into nasties. But we're not seeing them yet. So she sent down that ray of light, and what you do with that ray of light is you go find the pedestals and press on them so that it continues flowing through the rooms and getting rid of the undead. Well, the undead who aren't you, anyhow. Now, I am gonna kind of play this I'm not going to be taking the enemies very seriously here. I'm just going to try and slide through. At least partly because I'm curious as to see how it'll work out, and also partly I would like to see if I can manage to make my way through this dungeon faster than I would if I were just trying to cut everyone's head off. Okay, so this is where the beam of light is left. There's another desiccated corpse. Let's head up here and fix that beam of light. Okay, so now it is pushing this way. And oh, there is another corpse. So it's probably possible to play Skyrim in a way where you really kill very few things, and you can even level by doing that if you can manage to get good enough at pickpocketing and armoring and all the other non-combat skills. I guess you even get experience by blocking and by being hit with armor on, so you're basically only cutting out destruction magic, one-handed, two-handed, and archery from the game. And not even completely then, because you can still level them through skill books. It still would be a limited way to play, but an interestingly limited way. Okay, so hopefully I'm going to have enough carrying capacity to make my way through the rest of the dungeon. And I hope that J'zargo will catch up with me at some point. Those monsters are weak enough that I don't think he's going to be able to kill them. I mean, I'm sorry, that I don't think they're going to be able to kill him. So I do feel comfortable leaving him behind. Is he? Yeah, looks like he's still back there somewhere. I hope that's smart. Okay, and here is the next thing to push. Okay. Let's give our enemies somebody to play with. We're gonna keep on scooting around. Oh, interesting. Ooh, a trap. And here is the other side. And this opens that door over there, I think. And I think it's interesting, these guys are actually wearing armor that's very similar to the guys who apparently used to work this temple. So yeah, it is possible but difficult to dodge weapon swings, and you don't get any particular experience for it. Shoot. So I'm gonna switch to a flame atronach, because although they're not worth as much experience, I think they might have a somewhat better chance of killing these shade guys. Maybe? Oh, well, except they're easily killed themselves. Oh, wait, did I? Okay, and this does that, which opens that door down there. I hope that's... okay. I'm really hoping to see J'zargo soon, though. I hope he's doing okay. Oh! And apparently the game has noticed that I have not killed many critters. Okay, and that opens that door. Keep on charging through, and there I see, I think that's our undead foe. And at this point I believe I'm going to finally assume my form. Okay, now I am a vampire master. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh, I want to be the magic kind of vampire master. You switch between the two using the sneak button. And one of the nice things about this attack is that it absorbs the health of whoever's hit with it. So provided that you're just a little bit careful, you can take a lot of blows and not worry too much. Okay, so is he dead? I think he's dead.
It is done. The Defiler is defeated. Take Dawnbreaker from its pedestal.
So I will revert back to my natural form and begin to loot the corpses of her former followers. After all, that is the decent thing to do. I'm sure that she would want me to do it. Because money corrupts, and as they are going to an afterlife, I'm pretty sure they don't want to be corrupted in the afterlife. That is probably the worst place to be corrupted. So I am doing them a favor. I'm hoping that somebody out there will find that logic convincing. And there was... yes. Looking good. Favors are done. And now she... now I have her sword. Her fingers... oh no, I guess they aren't charred. That's just weird lighting. That doesn't look like a bow. Is it a bow? Or is it a staff? Oh, looks like I'm back up here.
Malkoran is vanquished. Skyrim's dead shall remain at rest. This is as it should be. This is because of you. A new day is dawning, and you shall be its herald. Take the mighty Dawnbreaker, and with it purge corruption from the dark corners of the world. Wield it in my name, that my influence may grow. May the light of certitude guide.
Certitude. That's a fun word. Oh, shoot. Don't let me splat. Okay, so I am back outside. J'zargo probably will join me at some point, I hope. Ah, yes. Okay, he did make his way back out. And I really should get him better gear at some point. I think I might have dropped... oh, there's a word wall here. I wonder if it... I don't remember what that one does. Oh, makes your weapons faster. Not that exciting. Yeah, I was hoping that it would just be another word in whirlwind sprints, but I guess that is not the case. Become ethereal is useful, but it's really mainly useful when you have at least 2 words in it, because that way you can jump off high places and know that you're going to survive. Anyhow, so we're done with that quest, and we're reasonably full of stuff at this point. Let's see, is there anything to do that's kind of local? Yeah, there's a few things to do in Solitude, but actually I think I'm going to head back to I'm going to head back home to Riften and see if I can enchant up J'zargo a better set of armor. And I think I'm going to do that off camera because I don't think it's going to be the most interesting thing to do. Particularly as I also likely will end up smithing up some of both the gear that I've picked up for him and some of the other things that I've gotten. I'm going to smith them up and enchant them before I sell them. And that is a particularly boring process. It's not like there's any trade secrets. You've seen me do that enough in this playthrough, or in this Let's Play. It's just something where basically I could spend an entire episode's worth and have doing that, and I don't want to do that again. So I will see you in the next Let's Play, and you can expect J'zargo will have a partially or completely new set of gear for that.